Today we are continuing to expand our ever-growing metropolis, Fort Francia Bay. For that we expand the city with a cozy little neighborhood with lots of trees, greenery and big gardens where people can enjoy their summertime and grow their own vegetables, for example. Next to railway tracks we quite often have so-called allotment garden clubs in Europe. That's what I'm building today, so if you wonder how I built all of that, let's dive in to have a closer look. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a fun and creative way to add some greenery to your city. Allotment garden clubs. These little community spaces are perfect for boosting happiness, adding a splash of nature and making your city feel more alive. So let's begin. First things first, where do we place our allotment gardens? Ideally you'll want them near residential areas so your citizens can easily access them. But in Europe you also oftentimes find them near or in between railway tracks and corridors. We will sort things out here after we extend a bit of the railway tracks from 2 episodes ago, where we also have sidings for long cargo trains to park. But you can also choose other locations too, like suburban areas or even repurpose empty lots in high density areas to bring a bit of nature into the urban jungle. After we've extended the railroad tracks, I'll use the footpaths here to create a kind of edge and small retaining wall. Like that, we also have a barrier to the tracks and a kind of foundation for the high voltage line, which will later run alongside the tracks. That always adds a bit more detail in general. I find it looks much better than just using solely the terrain. Then we use different surfaces to blend the tracks in better with the surroundings. But how I design these you've already seen more than enough on my channel, so there is no need to explain that again. At the end of the first chapter, we then place the roads for the immediate surroundings and the allotment gardens here. I also use small alleys between the allotments to separate them even further, but also to make them more accessible, and how we then design the gardens themselves I'll tell you in chapter 2.
Drive a faster car. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. Try not to hold me down, feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars, I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, nothing can break me. Why do I make things complicated? Why do I lose all my control?
Here I've also upgraded 2 of the alleyways into gravel roads to give the whole thing a bit more of a rural feel. Then we place all the allotment cottages. For this I used the 2x2s from the North American and European vanilla low residential buildings. These definitely fit best here because they have the smallest floor plan out of all buildings, and we really only want tiny huts here. They are not fully equipped buildings like in normal neighborhoods, just simply allotment gardens. I also looked at the Chinese or the Eastern European region pack for example, but the smallest houses there are a bit too big for my taste, so we are using 4 or 5 different variations here and it looks perfectly fine. After that I will also use the Better Bulldozer mod to remove the grass textures around around the buildings, and I will also remove a few hedges and fences. Instead, you can then place your own hedges so that the properties of the buildings simply fit in better with the surrounding streets and the whole area looks a bit more realistic in general. We then do the same for all the individual lots, and I forgot to mention something else. We also move the buildings with Move It a little more to the center of the plot so that the houses are not directly on the street but in the middle of their property.
Something to save us, close but we're strangers, feel like we're far apart. Strip it down, new. Strip it down, new. Strip it down, new. This is not what we should be. Thought you get the best of me. This is how we should be. Thought you get the best of me. This is how we should be. Thought you get the best of me.
As these are allotment gardens, some of them also have small fields that people cultivate, for example, to grow their own vegetables. I use these brown decals to indicate these fields. However, I don't place them everywhere, as not all residents use these gardens just to grow things. Many people simply have a pool there or look for these small quiet areas as a retreat from the city. Of course, it's not so quiet anymore when a train passes by, but you know what I mean. Most people probably live in a city apartment and don't have their own garden there. That's why they rent a hut here and make sure that it stays in a well-kept condition. At least that's the principle of allotment garden associations in Germany.
Can't take that away, 'cause you make the world so beautiful, so beautiful. I was restless and stranded on my own. Time seems endless when nothing's going on. But you came round and turned.
Very cool that you stuck around until the end. I'm definitely really pleased with how everything turned out, but what do you think? Will the citizens like this little cozy neighborhood where you can hear the birds sing when there is no train coming, of course? Here we can see some before and afters, and I think we added a cool new little piece to our ever-growing metropolis. If you want to see how the city will develop in the future, stay tuned and subscribe so as not to miss any of the next videos. I thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If so, you can give the video a like. If you want to support me further, you can visit my Patreon site. There you will find a save game for every episode, and with this addition the city has definitely become a bit more amazing and bigger. You're very welcome to explore everything yourself down to the last detail. But don't forget to download all the mods I used. It's just a few clicks, and in under 1 minute you can already hop into the game when you follow all the instructions on my pinned Patreon posts. You'll find the graphics and Lumina settings there as well, and we can also chat a bit and have a nice time, of course. I would like to thank all the people who have already decided to support me on Patreon so much. I'm absolutely speechless by your support over there, and exactly this support makes videos like this on a regular basis even possible, so if you want to see more, you know what to do. But now I say see you for the next episode, when we'll continue with the next build until we fill out the complete map and my PC starts going up in flames. Have a nice day and ciao ciao for now.